Sup nerds, today we have Megidramon / Gallantmon versus Kentaurosmon.deck. I won the die roll, so I'm going first. I hatch GG, Evo into Gill, and then play a Gallantmon for 3 to pass turn. And Caleb hatches Kentaurosmon, Evos into starter deck Patamon, and then plays Kutamon for 3, searches top 3 for a vaccine, a yellow vaccine and a yellow tamer. Plays another Kutamon, and gets max value this time. And promote. Evo into Gilmon, mill top 2, add a piece back to my hand. Add War Growl. Then Evo into War Growl and delete one of the Kudas. So he swings with Kuda, dies to check, and then plays TK for 4 to pass me to 2. Adds Wizardmon. And I pick it up right here because I'm like, is Wizardmon a vaccine? I didn't think he was. And he's not. He's a data. But I think Caleb may think he's a vaccine for some reason. Because this is basically vaccine.deck over there. So I hatch Evo into my Solarmon. Evo into Growl. We both mill top 2. I get to add a piece back. I add Megidramon back to my hand. Then Evo into Megidja. We both mill top 5. And sadly I cannot blitz because I don't have my Takato on the field. So he promotes his Patamon. Evo's into Wizard. Evo's into Chironmon, I guess is how you say that. Evo's into Bancho, Leo. Activates his effect to trash a card in his security to minus, I believe, 6k on something. Activates his all turns effect to play a yellow tamer for free when a card's removed from security, and then gains a memory from Wizardmon's inheritable, and gains a memory from Patamon's inheritable to choke me to 1. And he has blocker, but I don't care, I'm 13k. So I swing security 13k, draw from GG, check a small Gallantmon, fond memories from BT5, Evo into Growl, and play Takato for free, and he goes to 1 and then goes to 3 from TK. He hatches Kentaurosmon, Evo's into Tapermon. Yeah, I'm having to do a lot of reading here because I'm not familiar with the other yellow tamers that came out in BT13. Plays Kutamon for 3, searches top 3, adds Kutamon, makes sense. Evo's into Repa for 2, and then I go to 3 from Takato. Hatch my GG. Evo into Gill. Evo into War Growl, we both mill top 3, and then I can play a Gill or a Takato from free. I play the Blitz Takato because it's the best card in the deck. Ask Caleb to count his trash because I'm curious how much damage Crimson Mode does. Not enough for it to be lethal, unfortunately. Very close, though. So I swing from Megidra, pop his Kuda from my Gilmon inheritable, gain a memory from Takato, draw from GG. Check at 13k. I do get to die and activate his own deletion. Get to play Gilmon for free and Takato for free. Activate Gilmon's on play. And Caleb gets to activate Bancho's all turns effects to play Yellow Tamer because the card is removed from security. And then I trigger Black Growl's inheritable on deletion and add Megidramon back to my hand. Lots of stuff happening. So I Evo into Gallantmon with Raid. Blitz into his guy with Raid and draw from GG. I'm 12k into his 11. Trash the top card of security. Run over his guy. And I could gain a memory off of my other Takato, but he's got a memory setter, so it doesn't matter. And he activates Chironmon's on deletion to play Kutamon for free. Gets a Scourge on. And he gains a total of 2 memory from his Tamers. Suspend Samson to Evo into Kentaurosmon for 5. And gets to activate his effects. Reveals a yellow card. I believe it's Rise Greymon. And then gains 3 memory. I tell him here that actually happens in the inverse order. You gain the memory and then place the card on security. And he confirms my Gallant's only 12k, sadly, so he can't just run it over. So I'm about to get a clap back here. So he swings over Gallant. Activates his effect to trash top card of security. Minus a 7k on my Gallant. Triggers Kudamon's Inheritable to kill the Gallantmon. Unsuspends. Swings again. Safe. Evos into Rise for 3. Plays Spencer Damon for free. And then Evos into Bancho. And does not activate his on Digivolve effect, which is pretty smart because I could just promote and kill him potentially. And then end of his turn, he triggers Spencer's effect to turn into a 3k Digimon with blocker until the end of my turn. So I promote. I activate Takado's Warp effect. Tuck a Growl and a War Growl underneath my Gallantmon with him to warp into a Gallantmon for its cost. Warp into Raid. Pop the Spencer Damon. Gain 2 memory off that. And another memory off the Growlmon Inheritable. 2 off the Takado and 1 off the Growl. Then Evo into Crimson. I pop Kentaurosmon. Draw a card from Gallantmon. Blitz into his security. Draw from GG. Trash the last card. Then he has to block. Then I do gain 2 memory end of attack, but he has a memory setter, so it just sets him to 3. And then he goes to 6 from all of his other tamers. He goes into Patamon. Plays Kudamon. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good, although Odin's Breath is a bit of a problem if he manages to put it in security. And he does, sadly. He warps into Kentaurosmon with Samson's effect and puts Odin's Breath in a security. Big sad. I have no way of getting an extra security attack in this version of my deck, which I've since changed, but I have no way to kill him once that card gets trashed or checked, sadly. So he does save himself 1 turn. And now I'm worried about decking out. I only have 3 cards left in deck. But I do realize that he actually has less cards in deck than I do. So if I just keep pressuring him, it's fine. I have to draw from GG. I have 1 card left in deck. Check the Odin's Breath. Trash the Odin's Breath, I should say. And lose security attacks and then play Takato for 4. So I have 1 card left in deck, so I'm going to have 1 extra turn as long as he does not kill me this turn, and I should be able to kill him. He evos into Rise, then evos into Kentauros, activates his effect, puts another Odin's Breath on top. That should be GG's. I believe I only have 1 card left in my deck. So he swings, trashes Odin's, activates Odin's Trash effect, 2 checks for jamming, unsuspends, and I scoop. I don't play any options here that would pop the other body. So we do go to game 2. Caleb does take it. Very, very close nail-biting game. So I do go first for game 2. I hatch. I mulliganed my hand. Didn't have any rookies. Mulliganed into no rookies. Played Red Memory Boost. Still no rookies. Hopefully we get online. Otherwise this is not going to be much of a game 2. He hatches. Evos into Tapermon. Then plays Gallantmon for 4. Gets to get his Scourge on into security. Man, I miss Gallantmon. I miss BT5 format. Give us Lord Nightmon next Antibody Bandai, please. Thankfully, we do rip a rookie for turn here. So I Evo into Gallantmon. Then Evo into Growlmon for 2 to choke him to 1. Then he Evos into Repamon for 2 to choke me to 1. So I promote. Pop my Min Boost, go to 3. Evo into Ward Growl, delete his guy, and gain a memory off the Growlmon. Then Evo into Megidramon for 5, and we both mill top 5. He promotes, Evo's into Rise. Sadly does not have a tamer, so no free tamer play for you. He was hoping to rip one whenever he Evo'd into it. Then he Evo's into Kentaurosmon. And I draw, hatch into GG, Evo into Gallantmon. And at this point, I confirm that he does not have any on-deletion effects. And so I just play Takato, Evo into Crimson, pop his guy, gain a memory, blitz into security, trash 2 cards, and check a 3rd for 15k. And then 1 check, yep. And then gain 2 memory from War Growl's Inheritable end of attack. So there should be game. He hatches Evos into Pata, plays TK. At this point, he knows he doesn't have an Odin's Breath in there, and he's hoping he recovers into one. He confirms this whenever I promote and ask him if this is game. So I swing, trash top 2, and then swing with Gallantmon for game. So we go to game 3 after a quick game 2. Crimson mode too strong. Crimson mode just body bags people that cannot out it immediately. And Caleb's going to go first for game 3. Hatches Kiaro. Evo's into Taper. Plays Kuda for 3. Switches top 3. And right here, he actually can't legally add that Wizardmon. Wizardmon's data, not vaccine. He should have added the Kentaurosmon and the Tamer. So he Ivo into Gil and then play Takata for 4 to choke him to 1. He swings with Kuda and dies. Evo's into Wizard for 2, and then I go to 3 for my Takato. Promote. Evo into Black Growl, we both mill top 2. And I add Gallantmon back to hand. And then I Evo into War Growl for 3. And leave him at 2. I don't activate War Growl's effect to Evo again since I can't delete anything. I'd rather react to something that he does than just stick my Gallantmon out there. If I had Megidramon in my hand, I may have considered Evoing into it, but... so Evo's into Rise Gray, and then I go to 3 from Takato. I hatch Evo into Gallantmon. And I play Gallantmon for 3. Finally get a Blitz Takato, let's go. Then I Evo into Growlmon for 2 to leave him at 2. He promotes. Evo's into Bancho for 3. Activates his effect to trash a top card, minus his 7k or 6k on my Growl, kills it. Triggers the All Turns effect to play Yellow Tamer. Draws a card from Tapermon, and then he gains memory off Wizardmon to go back to 0. And then plays a Richard Sampson for 3 to pass turn. And he does not have any on deletions. So I play Blitz Staccato for 3. Evo into Raid Gallant for 4. Raid into him with Blitz. Draw from Gigi. He's 12k into him, trashing top card of security. He does get to play a Tamer for free since the trashing happens before the battle. So I get memory from Takato, gain 2 memory off of War Growl, end of attack, and then draw a card from Gallantmon. So he's choked at 1 again. So he hatches, plays Gallantmon, and then no targets. So I swing security with Go, draw from GG. And he has more than 10 cards in his trash, so I will Evo into Crimson mode, pop his Gladdy, Blitz into security, draw from GG and Gallantmon, gain a memory from Takato. Trash last 2, and that's game. Crimson mode way too strong, so I do take it 2-1 after a very grueling game 1. I just take it with Crimson mode games 2 and 3. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.